Hello YouTubers, Brian Chappello here again. I just wanted to give you a little shot on how I hung that 70-inch LG 4K onto the wall with the swivel bracket. And to center the wall, you have to find the studs, but the studs don't necessarily line up with your bracket. So what you gotta do, I happen to be doing it to my security monitor. This is my other TV, and displays my cameras that I have around my house. So I'm going to be doing the same installation basically. You know what you do is, once you find your studs, which I've found right in there and right over here, okay, so we know there's one there. Stud here. Well, my bracket doesn't allow me to reach those two studs. My bracket would go like particularly here, and like say the studs here, then that means my whole television is off to the side, and we don't want that. So what we do is paint it to, you'll never see it, but we want to make it nice. So what we do is we put this plywood on the wall, we screw into the studs. We'll screw into the studs with the plywood on the wall here and here, and then there and there, and then you'll have a solid base platform to put your swivel mount on. Now that swivel mount right there can bolt on anywhere on that piece of plywood, because the plywood is secured properly on the studs. So stay tuned, I'll show you a couple of the steps. Okay, so we went ahead and we drilled a couple access holes so the screw goes all the way through. You don't want your screw to have to fight through the first piece of wood, because that's not what we're really screwing into. We're screwing into the wall. We're screwing into the stud that runs up and down in the wall, and we shouldn't have to fight this piece of wood. This piece of wood should be our friend basically. So I went ahead and drilled a few holes on that side and a few holes on that side, and now we're going to put it up against the wall, and we are going to screw it into the wall, into the studs. Hang on. And we're back. So I made my mark, and I went with a pilot hole. We're using a hex head number, I believe 12 screw. We want something nice and heavy, and we're gonna have to sit there and play around with a washer. So it's gonna go in, and it's gonna end up being a nice secure fit. So what we do is we drill a hole that is just a little bit smaller than your screw, and then you dry fit it. You put it in, you screw it in. We got a ratchet set, and then basically you just go nice and slow, make sure it goes in even, and you ratchet it all the way in. And that's what that does, is that makes the screw, makes its whole grooves into the plywood. I recommend always using plywood for something like this, because plywood's fresh with many different layers, and it goes, grains are up and down sideways, it's compressed, it's strong. That's why we build with plywood. don't use particle board. Particle board will fall apart and you're going to have a nightmare on your hands. Okay, so now that we put the screw all the way in, we're going to go ahead and take it out. And as I take this out, we'll get ready for the next step. Okay, so now we are tightening our hex head screw number 12. Now what we do is you go ahead and you put your TV like that. You put it all the way flat. You put it level on your television, and you'll pull it out really hard. Now we're going to go through the pilot hole. Just go in one time. There's no reason to ream it out. And hold on a second, and you'll see what step is next. Okay, so now that we put the pilot hole in, we put our screw in. Now we're going to use our ratchet to tighten up our hex head number 12 screw. It is feeling nice and secure. Go back to the top. Make sure that one didn't loosen it. Might not be level at first because, again, this is a slow motor. Now, we have flat mounts. Again, these adjustable mounts, they move around. So, you have to kind of be aware of where they're moving around to and what they're going to do. Overall, so that's your final shot. If you back up and see, the TV is on the wall, the both flat screen mount walls with the brackets that allow you to pull the television out. So you have HDMI, you have USBs, you have the LAN2. I always recommend the pull-out mount so you can get back and get the television. You don't want to have to fight your hands in a 1-inch hole, 1-inch gap to get your components plugged in. So now we have our moving TV. It's going to rest nice and easy up against that wall just like that. Now we have a little more space up here that we can kind of play around with and decorate a little bit differently. That's that. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Branch Apollo YouTube.